What is up, you guys? I'm back with another video, and I'm still sore from those 300 push-ups, believe it or not. It's been 4 days, and my body is still sore from the 300 push-ups. I'm gonna do some stretching. I've been doing some stretching for the whole entire time. It feels a little better today. I want to go over a quick little follow-along, show you guys some of the exercises that I do for splits. I'm working on splits for quite a while now, but there was a point where I stopped because I remember I had this toe injury. It lasted for like about a whole year, and I got nervous of doing the splits again because I had to be on that toe. Anyways, guys, we're gonna get started into doing these split exercises. Feel free to follow along. I'm gonna show you guys how I do it all one time around. Let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna start with a quick little open position like this. Feet are out like this. We're gonna go into an interior and exterior hip flexor stretch like this. Try to keep your legs 90 degrees. So a little 90-90 stretching right here. A little active warm up. And we're gonna get started right here. How are you guys doing? Did you guys check out the last few videos I posted? If not, go check them out. I posted that 300 push-up video. Mad insane. I don't know how I was able to do that when I've never done 300 push-ups before. I think we're on 5. We're gonna do this 10 times. 6 and 7. Try to keep your chest upright as much as you can. Last one. And then now what we're gonna do, we're gonna hold. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be facing towards my knee that's on the floor. And we're gonna go into a deep stretch. Have one hand on the foot, and then just keep your body up, and then bend up the hips. So try to keep your back straight, lean forward. You guys should feel this in your glute, right under your leg that's bent in front of you. Remember to breathe, so breathe in. Breathe out. You should feel yourself sinking in a little bit deeper each time you do it. So we're going to breathe in and out. Very nice and sunny day. I wish I could train, but I'm super sore. I know I wouldn't be able to do that much, so I'm just going to take it easy and show you guys some split exercises. Plus I need to work on them myself anyways. If you guys are working on your splits yourself, you might be wondering some exercises to try and do these splits, so I'm here to help you guys. Alright, we're going to come back up. We're going to swivel over to the other side. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to lean forward, bend at the hips. So try to get your back straight, hand on the foot. When you breathe in and out, when you breathe out, you should feel yourself sinking lower. I've been working on splits for a long time, like I said, but I think it would have been a lot sooner if I would have been more consistent, especially back in 2018 when my whole injury came in effect. So that part took a toll on my training, especially in the splits. But I'm starting to see a lot of progress. You guys will see in the end when I start doing the splits. Last one. All right, we're gonna come back up. Now we're gonna go into a little bit of an active global stretch right here. We're gonna do a little bit of a downward dog. So we're gonna be up. We're gonna have our feet spaced apart a little bit. Try to keep your back straight. And this is gonna stretch out our hamstrings if you start leaning back. Try to have your heels on the floor. It also works stretching out your shoulders. Inner shoulders right here, your chest, the back of your shoulders. Now we're going to come back down into a seal position or a downward dog. I know there's not that much room in here, but I hope you guys can see. So we're doing this. Quarantine got me in my room, so I had to make some room in here for you guys for follow-alongs, okay? While you're in this position, you can move around, you can twist, look around, find any tight spots in your body, and then come back up. Stretch at your hamstrings. I don't know if you guys can see this, hopefully you guys can. Try to keep your back straight. And breathe. Come back down. Okay. Find any tight spots, move around a little bit. If you find a tight spot that's like really tight, go ahead and hold it in that position. Loosen up that area. Just tightening up my back, my lower back, my hip flexors, a little bit of my rectus femoris, my quads, the front of my legs. Okay, we're gonna come back up. And this is called an assisted good morning, single leg. So basically you guys are seeing my feet right now, my legs. Hi. Basically we bend at the hips, keep our back straight. And I would have my right foot in front of me straight while I bend at my hips. Try to go as straight as you can. You can bend the back leg because we're focusing on the hamstring and the front leg right here. And we're just warming up right now. Come back up. Bend at the hips. Don't forget to breathe. All right. Feel my hamstrings warming up a little bit more. We'll do this one more time on this side. Hold it there for about 10 seconds or so. No need to be too long because we're going to do something else after this too. So, all right. Okay, now we're going to switch legs. Single leg, good morning on this side. And if you guys need to, you can hold on to something if it makes it a lot easier for you. Right here I have my bed, so that way I can hold at the side, my Star Wars sheets. So feel free to have anything helping you on that side. Oh, this side is definitely a lot tighter. You guys could probably see, I'm gonna see this back in editing and be like, dang, you got some work to do. Definitely got work to do. Come back up. And then we're gonna go back down. Remember, try not to bend at your back, only bend at your hips. And breathe. Oh, dang. We'll do this 2 more times. A lot of active stretching going on here. We're going to get into the static stretches in a little bit, guys. Last one. I really don't hold it for a specific amount of time, but around 10 to 15 seconds is really good for these exercises here. Okay, come back up. Now we're going to be working on stretching out our hip flexors and our legs. So from here, we're going to go into a lunge position. And we are going to do this, where basically we are stretching this side of the leg that's down. But what I'm going to do is we're going to turn it into an active stretch where we're basically going to be working on our glute and our hamstring. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift my back knee off the floor. Hold it for about 10 seconds or so. Come back down, 5 seconds. 5-second rest. And then come back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then come back down. And then make sure to squeeze your glute. Definitely going to help open up the hip flexor back here. Feel it a little bit in my quad area. Come back up. I think this is the third one. Hold it a little bit longer. Okay, come back down. We're going to do number 4 now. This is when it gets a little bit of a sweat buildup going here. Last one on this side. Remember to breathe. Squeeze that glute. Try to keep your back straight and your hips straight. All right. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna do a low lunge, where basically I'm gonna open up my front leg, and then I'm gonna go down on my elbows like this, and I'm gonna open up the interior part of my leg right here. The abductors right here, or the groin. If you can't get both elbows down to the floor, that's perfectly fine. Again, you can move around in these stretches and find any tight spots that you feel you need to work on the most. So just moving around in little circles, whatnot. Try to keep your leg in a 90 degree. And breathe. Okay, we are going to come back up, and we're going to do this now. So now we're going to start getting into some more hamstring work. And now what I do personally is I do this, where I get my leg out in front of me a little bit, bend it, and then when I go back, I try to straighten my whole leg and I point my toes. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I am pointing my toe. I'm going to face you guys so that way you can see. But I am pointing my toes as I'm straightening back. Try to keep your back as straight as you can. And then we're going to bend. Then come back. Okay, we're going to bend. And then come back. Bend. Relax the toes. And then come back. Bend, and I think this is 5, so we're gonna hold it for about 10 seconds or so. Make sure you're using your leg muscles so that way you don't hurt any part of your leg. You should feel kind of a floss on your sciatic nerve, which is that part that goes along your hamstring that's causing the pain receptors to go off, especially if you don't do splits a lot. Okay, so now this is where the split work comes into play. And we are gonna go into the splits. Let me move over so you can see. This is my bad side, so we're gonna see how far I can go. And it also helps if you guys have something to hold on to. So you can hold on to the floor if you have some bricks or something that you can hold yourself on. And we're just gonna hold it. Try to keep your hips squared in front of you. And then every time you breathe in, breathe out, and you should feel your body lowering more and more into the splits. Try to keep your toe flexed in the front where you're pointing your toes towards yourself. Remember to breathe, especially at this part. Forward, so that way I can work on my hamstrings in my front, or you can stand on straight and back, squeezing that glute, getting more of the hips. Okay, come back up. Yeah. So yeah, definitely need to warm up on that side. So now we're gonna go on to the other side. Here we go, guys. This is what we're gonna do. So we did this, and we're gonna go down here. And we're gonna do the active lunge on this side now. So here we go. We're gonna lift ourselves up from our toes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go down, 5 seconds. Definitely a little bit of a workout for your muscles. Working on building the strength and the flexibility and getting a 2-in-1 action going here. About 10 seconds here again. Remember to squeeze your glute. Really stretch out the hip flexors and the quad in front. 5 seconds. And I think this is the third one. Okay. Hold it up here. We're doing a little bit of P and F stretching. So P and F is basically when you're flexing the muscle in your leg or whatever part you're working on, and you are relaxing it, so you're squeezing and then relaxing. And there's I'll have what PNF is in the front of the screen so you guys can look into it. It's a long name, but definitely you can learn a lot from doing PNF. That's what we're doing right now. PNF, really activating and then relaxing the muscles. Last one, I think, pretty sure. It's number 5. And come back down. Okay, same thing we're gonna do. We're gonna open up our front leg, and then we're gonna go down on our elbows. Again, if you can't go down on your elbows all the way, that's okay. Go down as far as you can. We're gonna work on the interior stretching, the adductors. And there was this one time where I had a little bit of an injury from my adductor area or my groin area, and I had to really stretch that area out. I don't know if there's some of you guys out there that have problems with that, but I definitely should make a video on exercises that I would recommend for you guys on doing that, because this is a very big part when it comes to stretching, majority of the time, like pretty much, not all the time, especially for your middle splits. Middle splits, you're definitely going to need this, and we're not going to go into my middle splits, so we're not going to do that today. We're just doing our front splits. Come back up. All right, same deal. We are gonna go, I'm gonna switch to this side so you can see this side split. And we're gonna do the same thing where we basically have our foot on the front bent, and then we are gonna point our toes towards us and then straighten the leg. Oh yeah, definitely feeling it there. Right here. And then on the last one, we're gonna hold. We're just gonna rock back and forth. Gonna do 5 on each side. I think this is 4. I always lose track. Either I do more or I do less. Hopefully I do more. I would prefer to do more, but not too much, because especially when you're stretching, okay, we're gonna hold. Because especially when you're stretching, you never wanna overstretch, because then you can be out for a little while, and you don't want that. I mean, don't get me wrong, you'll be out for a month, but you'll be really flexible, but it's gonna suck. So don't try to force anything. Always take your time. Go slow into it. Stretching and flexibility is a slow progress. All right, now here's the fun bit. Show you my splits. We're gonna go down into as low as splits as we can. Here we can. So this is my better side. Not so much now, but here we go. Remember, if you have something to hold on to the sides, go ahead and do that. Try to think about straightening your back out and your stomach out, so that way you have more range of motion. Flex your leg, work on the muscles. And if you really want to get masochistic here, you can basically do some PNF in this stretch as well, where basically you're pushing down on your front heel and you're pushing down on the back of your foot and the back foot. So I'm squeezing down, pushing down, holding for 10 seconds, and then letting go. You can do that as well. I know we didn't do that with the other side, but I'm just giving you guys some extra tips. But you can just do that for another time. We're just gonna hold it. Lean forward. And back a little bit. My calf is so close to touching the floor. I'm so close. But that is stretches that I do for my split stretches. We're relaxing a butterfly now. Relaxing a butterfly so that way you can do this for 2 sets, 3 sets if you're feeling really good. But 2 sets is really all you need. Honestly, for training splits, you should really train them at least 2 to 3 times a day. Sorry, not 2 times a day. I meant 2 times a week. You don't need to really train them that much. because especially if you do small stretching throughout the week, you're activating your flexibility, you're doing stretching every morning, just light stretching on the days you're not really training hard for splits or anything like that, definitely helps you a lot with improvement. Whether you're doing a bridge, whether you're trying to open up your shoulders, whether you're trying to open up your hips. I really wish that I have my splits too, but the fact that I know I'm getting closer definitely helps out a lot, and I'm very glad that I can show these tips and tricks with you guys, these exercises with you guys. And if you want to pause the video and then restart, you can definitely do that as well. But for now, that is pretty much it for this little split follow along for you guys. This is my little update on my splits as well. Let me know if you guys have any questions, any comments, concerns. And this was fun, honestly. I really was thinking about doing this one yesterday, but I thought about doing a little, just stretching my upper body, my shoulders, like right here. I'm so shocked that it still hurts, because it should have been gone right now. It should have been gone by now, but I'm gonna keep stretching. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you all for watching. If you want to show me your progress, definitely DM me on Instagram. You can send me a link, so that way you can show me a video of yours that you posted about your splits. Definitely do that. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys. Peace out, broskies.